watch this shit.
All right.
Tell me when we're live. I'm good.
All right. We are starting right now. We're good to go, I think. Let's see.
All right, cool.
Hold on, it's starting. We are live. All right, we live, baby. We live.
All right, cool. Hold on.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, listen. Go on your phone. It'll be there very shortly.
Okay.
I will talk for a minute while you watch this. I'm dead serious.
Really?
Yeah. I thought you saw it on the page. Yo, you gotta watch this. It's Thursday. It's 10 o'clock. It's whatever the fuck time it is on the West Coast. Seven, right?
Seven.
Yeah. I want to welcome everybody to the Culture Podcast. All right. That's it. You get a welcome. I'm not.
Just Samantha.
Wow.
Yeah. Let that play.
So this one, now she's just Samantha.
Wow, Samantha.
Yeah. So okay. So what happens here is that you can change the face, and this is the sensor here. So she has a sensor here. When she feels, she basically simulates a blowjob.
Really?
No.
Yes. Hello, Samantha.
Watch
Hi.
the video.
I'm here.
Yo, if y'all haven't seen the video, I am Brandon Heat on Instagram. Go find it. It's on my page. It's like top 10 posts.
I think you're asking for a BJ.
Yes.
I'm gonna do your dick. Just put it in my mouth.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Keep watching.
Like you would.
Yeah. So you put it inside there.
Yeah.
Dog.
And you see it moving.
So she's sucking that. It feels real. I tried it. I think it feels real.
Oh my god.
Yo, check it. You ready? Hold on, chill. If you're just joining us, this is the Culture Podcast with Ian, aka Raider.
Wow.
And me, Brandon Heat.
I can't believe I just watched that.
Raider in the building. Just watch a robot that gives blowjobs. Fellas, we lit out this motherfucker.
Wow.
Make your own steak and have your own blowjob. Bars.
What's wrong with you? God damn it.
Hey, take my internets away.
Right.
So that showed up. It showed up on my Facebook. I was just going through videos. This is what happens when I'm awake at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm chilling and I'm scrolling. I'm like, the fuck is this? You saw the caption, you know what I'm saying, on the video. Robot gives the BJ. I was like, nah. Just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I don't frequent the porn, so I'm like, yo, it's on Facebook, so I know it's not porn. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Then I see that. And I said, yo, like this. Look in the chat. I was like, yo. And it's not like I'm hyped, like, oh shit, I'm about to get one of these dick sucking head robot.
Yeah, right.
I was like, yo, like, what
is this really?
What were you thinking?
Is this really a thing right now?
Like, what was it? Not even 2 months ago, we were talking about full size, voluptuous sex dolls. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It was not that long ago at all.
You pop the head off the chick, put the robot head on. Now she's sucking your dick. Everybody said, "But when you gonna get in, can't suck your dick?" And I'm like, well, now,
yo, they just need to put that head on one of them robots.
You see what I'm saying?
And we good. We don't need
like this. Yo, shout R.I.P. Stephen Hawking, R.I.P. Craig Mack. This is the genius of men. You know what I'm saying?
Last week, I just want to remind everybody that we celebrated women.
Yo, that's That's
national
wild.
Yep, like Worldwide Women's Day, we celebrated women, and
that's hilarious.
Now,
we celebrated this week.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that, but I'm gonna move on because that's
not this
okay.
Week. I mean,
stop
every
it.
day, but
stop it. So how was your week, B?
Yeah, my week was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I found I found out there's a robot that gives head.
Okay. You did in fact.
That shit was incredible, man. Like, what high school science fair did that shit happen at?
Right.
Like, hey, Tommy, what's this? You make a robot face? Yes. Guess what it does? What? Gives BJs. Where do you go from there? You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Like Tommy changed the game. Let's get him to MIT. You're fucking wild as
That's
shit. That's
hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. So yeah, week was good.
Nah.
That's it.
Yeah, week was good. How was your week?
It was good, man. It was good. No issues. Like, just work. I had a 3-day weekend. Unfortunately, that I had to take. I was kind of sick for. So, but whatever. I made it work. We make it it happen.
Good. Yo, I'm with you.
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh, yo. If you ever post another video of you driving in the rain slowly,
yeah,
yo, I will legit go to the airport, pick up a ticket, and fly to punch you in the dick.
All right, let me go. Wait, you're gonna punch me in the dick?
What happened?
You're gonna punch me in the dick? That's what you're telling me right now. You're gonna punch me in the dick?
I mean, that's literally the only. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Johnny Cage split punching the dick.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose.
Driving all sad and solemn and shit.
Oh my god, bro! I was listening to that Currency just vibing, and then that one, the second post that I did, he's literally talking about mashing in the rain. I'll talk to and it was fucking pouring. I was like, yo, this song fits. That shit goes.
Yo, the fact that you just said, I'm not judging you. You my homie. I'm not gonna judge you today.
I mean, go ahead and say it.
No.
I've been taking shots at you all week. Go ahead and say it.
When? What the fuck?
We're not gonna go.
We're
not gonna go.
No. When was this?
I mean, I did say you look like Gargamel in the face.
Yo, where was this?
In that mad craziness that was the post, was the pancakes and waffles post that we did yesterday.
You're trash. You're trash for that post.
No, it wasn't that. It was the day before with the Smurfs one.
You're trash for that.
Yeah,
you're trash for that.
Yeah.
Like,
you're welcome. By the way,
here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna pick the Snorks, right? Yeah.
Snorks. Yeah, it was the Snorks with snorkels.
I'm definitely picking the Snorks. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Just a more fun show. But both shows are trash because they're both the Smurfs. Didn't fucking matter. They were the Smurfs.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Smurfs or snorkels. Like, snorks. That's the way that it goes.
How dare you say it is what it is when it comes to the same. All right, that would be like you remember
B.
Yeah, goddamn. All right. Case closed. I'm done. I got nothing to say. Yo, what are you listening to this week?
So this week it's been an interesting week for music. I listened to well, first things first is that Logic dropped that new mixtape, Bobby Tarantino 2.
Facts.
And I love Logic. Huge Logic fan. This is not a great mixtape or project for him at all. Like, there's some great songs on there.
Okay.
There's some really bad songs. He seems to lean into trap quite a bit, which, okay, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to have a whole song where you're doing auto-tune the whole song, great. I mean, you're not that guy. You can sing, like, legit. I've heard you sing before live. Been in the arena when this fool belted it out and played the piano at the same time. You don't need that shit. I get if you just want to go for a sound. And okay, and I'm gonna be clear about something. Bobby Tarantino is his alter ego, right? But at the same time, like, what are you doing, B? Like, you don't need to do all that. You don't have to go down that road. We don't need that from Logic, right? Overall, I felt like the project itself was just lazy. I feel like Logic has reached his I feel like he's, for what he thinks, he's reached his max. He has mastered rap on his side of things. That's why he's dropping one last album and then he's done with music. Done with rap. He's gonna go into something else. Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
I got my own thoughts.
Pause for a second. We lost the feed.
How?
I don't know. Okay, it's back on, but I'm having issues. Oh boy. Give me 2 seconds. I need 2 seconds. We'll cut this out when we do the other feed. But
just a heads up. I'm watching you.
Something real quick. You're watching. You're fine, but I don't know what happened.
No, I'm saying on my phone. I'm legit. No, I'm watching you right now.
Yeah. So I'm running a speed test right now. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, you look good.
Weird, but the stream's struggling for some reason. But there should be no issues at all because I ran a speed test. I got a new router. Everything's cool. And it should be amazing. But for some reason, we're struggling again. Because I ran a speed test. I got a new router. Everything's cool. Yeah, pings up.
Like
downloads good. For some reason, we're struggling.
I'm legit watching you right now. You're golden.
Bro.
Don't worry about it.
Weird.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with YouTube. We'll have to, if we need to pick a different streaming service, we'll do whatever we got to do. All right, let's get back to it. So we're talking about
Logic.
We're talking about Logic and how his last project is not good. I mean, we're talking like overall. I'm gonna say it's a 5 out of 10. Like, and that's not impressive for somebody of his caliber. You know what I mean? So, here's my biggest problem, and I didn't realize it. I was listening to his songs. He's got a song with Wiz on it, and everybody knows Wiz is all about smoking, right?
Right.
I don't know that Logic has one song in his whole collection of current, you know what I mean, of his current, more modern stuff outside of his early mixtapes that show that he's a big smoker other than smoking cigarettes. Like his first album had a song about just smoking cigarettes. So this song, Wiz smokes, cool. The vibe. I mean, the song is called Indica or something like that. He raps. He's rapping about smoking and he's doing this, and then at the end, he's like, "Yo, and if you don't know, I smoke weed." And I'm like, okay, like, did you need to announce that? Why is it important for everybody to know that Logic smokes weed? Is it because you're in California now and it's legal out here? Like, are you selling weed for somebody? Or is somebody paying you to make a song about weed? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know where you're going. I don't know why. Like, for me, it seems like Logic has issues with who he is as an artist. You know, what kind of artist do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to say all that shit. If you want to make a song about smoking weed, make a song about smoking weed.
Yeah, but
good for you.
But Logic doesn't even know who he is as a person. Like, let's keep it 100.
It doesn't seem like it.
Like, there are artists that are in the exact same situation as Logic. You know what I'm saying? You can talk Drake, you can talk Cole, and I'm simply talking about being biracial. And he's not the first. He won't be the last.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Logic has always seemed to cater to the crowd. Okay.
Yeah.
If Joyner Lucas is to be believed, and it might not have been Joyner Lucas. No, it was. If Joyner Lucas is to be believed, right?
Yeah.
He had the one song that was a phone number.
Right.
Logic's manager comes in. This is the story. I don't know. This is hearsay.
Right.
Apparently, Logic's manager is around, hears about it, and then next thing you know, Logic has that song with the Suicide Prevention Hotline as the name of the song.
Right.
The number as the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That song in itself, which is a cool song. Like, it's cool. It's not incredibly great. It's cool. I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Seems rushed to me.
Yeah.
Okay. If we talk about what's that Joyner Lucas record where it's the white dude and the black dude? You know,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, but that song, put it in the comments later. That song, I need an intern. That song didn't seem rushed.
You need an intern.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
it was legit what it was.
Right.
You know, Logic does not have a song like that. Off of the first mixtape for me.
Okay.
It's kind of like, who am I? You know, or I found who I am, but I don't know if you guys want to listen to that.
Right.
So I'm just gonna do whatever, and that's just who Logic is to me. You know, he's never been too hype.
So the song is called "I'm Not Racist." That's
I'm not racist.
That's the Joyner Lucas joint, which I had issues with as well. But we can.
As did I.
Yeah, it's.
But as a song itself, it sounded like he didn't just sit there and write.
Right.
And then go and record. He sat there and wrote, went back, did a rewrite, tightened it up. It was like, all right, this is what I want to say and have this conversation. I think this is going to do it.
Right.
The suicide prevention joint basically seems like, all right, I know this is a hot topic. I mean, suicide is always a hot topic.
Always,
you know what I'm saying? Let's call it what
sure.
it is. So I know this is a hot topic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get Alessia Cara because she's hot right now.
Okay.
She has this voice, and I can grab onto that crowd. And then I'm only going to use her for like 8 to 12 bars, and then that's her whole thing on the entire song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to have some gospel at the end to really tie into people. Like, it always feels like he's trying to grab whoever he can to get a listen instead of just going out and rapping.
Right. Just
making a song, you know? So that's my shit.
And that was my issue with the Logic album too, but or the mixtape or whatever. And it's not like Bobby Tarantino pushed boundaries for what Logic was capable of, what he did. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, good. Please push boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, you need that. We need to hear something different from you, you know? And it's whatever. Like, but so I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't think it was a solid attempt at making good music by him. I think it was sloppy and it was lazy. So moving on though, I listened to a lot of Craig Mack. I listened to a lot of Craig Mack. So that was pretty sad. But we'll touch on that in a minute.
Facts.
And then I listened to All Day Today. I've been listening to the New Currency mixtape, which is fire.
Mad hotness, son.
Mad hotness. I mean, it's for a mixtape. It's dope, and it's called the Spring Collection. Is the new music. So we should have New Currency coming this year pretty soon. I hope so.
But
we'll see what
but keep in mind, Currency has never disappointed.
Ever.
You know what I mean? He just does what he does. So I mean, I haven't heard. No, it's too early. I haven't heard it yet. But you know what I'm saying, it's too early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to. I will be listening to it. It's going to probably be like 2 weeks from now that I'm gonna listen to it. But
okay.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah. All right. I also listened to The Neighborhood. It's not really hip hop, but it is kind of related in a way. Their new album is ridiculous. Like, they're usually kind of on the borderline of being, what's the word I'm looking for? Being kind of depressing and slow and whatever. This
Yeah.
this new album is fire, and they sound totally different than they have on any other albums before. So I definitely recommend that.
I've been looking at some depressing shit. Like, I'm not being funny.
This
Like,
one's
you know what
not.
I'm saying?
This one may have a touch of it in there, but it's not. It's not what you think. It's a good rock album. I really,
Okay.
I really like it. So, what have you been listening to?
All right, so I've only listened to two things this entire week.
Okay.
One is Zed. Hold on real quick. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
Zed and Maren Morris, right?
Okay.
A song called The Middle. It is not hip hop in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all.
Straight up pop, and I love this song.
Okay, that's sick.
Like, it's just super poppy and happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know another way to explain it.
Right.
You know, the other thing I've been listening to, I've been waiting all week to say this. This Jaden Smith, Sire. Dog.
Really? Jaden Smith, huh?
I am thoroughly impressed.
Okay.
You're not gonna look for super lyrical skill.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think of, and keep in mind, I think Quavo can rap.
Okay.
So think of Quavo
Yeah.
with really hip hoppy banging ass beats,
Okay.
right? And no, there's no mumbling. Like, he's real clear what he's saying. He has a really good style. And of course, if nobody's heard it, Icon is incredible. Just the beat itself, you can listen to that forever. You know
Is
what I'm
that
saying?
is Icon the song that Will Smith was dancing to outside his car or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's this joint right here. Dope ass sample. They just sped it up and let it play.
Okay.
So right, he literally he raps about being an icon,
Okay.
and all the shit that I've seen people talk about Jaden Smith since he was 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's in his 20s definitely now, but all that shit comes to light, and he goes, "Now you see that I was right." You know, about a lot of shit that he has said.
Yeah.
It was his perspective on things, and if you can have an intelligent conversation about his perspective.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, yo, everything looks like a movie.
Right.
Like, yo, I could see how you could see that your dad's 20 mil a movie, Will Smith.
Right.
Your mother's, you know what I'm saying, best friends with Tupac, Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I get it. What impressed me, and keep in mind, Icon was just hot by itself. What impresses me is the first 4 songs, and I kind of struggle to say the first 4 songs, but it's track 1 is B, track 2 is L, track 3 is U, track 4 is E.
Okay.
So as you're looking at the track listing, it says Blue, right?
Okay.
From track 1, which is about 3:50, right?
Okay.
3 minutes 50 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
to track 4, which is also somewhere around 3:50, and each is about 3 minutes 50 seconds.
Right.
So let's just say it's 13 minutes of music, let's say, right?
Yeah.
From track 1 to track 4 is one complete story.
Wow.
It's not only one complete story, it is exactly how the story lays out and changes with the mood of the story.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, beats change and style, everything changes, and it's fucking incredible. Like, I was just completely impressed by it.
Wow. Okay.
You know, you've always heard me say, "Will I listen to something a year from now, 2 years from now?" And the truth is, I'm probably definitely gonna listen to this about a year or 2 from now and let it digest. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm really impressed by this album,
This
and
is,
I didn't think I was gonna be.
Okay. So this is Sire.
Sire.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, SYRE.
Blue.
Shit, it's hot.
Breakfast Hope Falcon.
Lanes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna check it out.
And it's a long play too.
You got an hour and 10 minutes on it.
Yeah,
that's big.
it's a long play. Like I went to the gym, got to like Fallen or The Passion, something like that,
Yeah.
and still had 3 more songs, you know what I'm saying, left
Right.
to go back to the gym another day, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? But
right.
it's hot.
Right.
It's hot.
I also need to add on one more person. You said you're done, right? You had 2 people.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've been listening to.
I listened to one other thing. This guy called Phil Harmonic, who is from Sacramento, which is where I stay at.
Why does that sound familiar?
I mean, I don't know. It's only the capital of the California. No,
No,
big deal.
fuckhead. Phil Harmonic. And I'm not talking about the Phil Harmonic.
The Phil Harmonic. He is the Phil Harmonic. So it's PHILHARMONIK. He dropped an album this year. I think it came out last week, maybe, called The Phil Harmonic. Oddly enough, really dope R&B soul type style. Some of it gets a little corny for me, but overall, solid album. Really solid album. There's not a lot of music that comes out of Sacramento, but we have our moments. Mozzie's hot right now. That's our number one. But this album is something else. Just definitely take a listen to it. So the Phil Harmonic, I really enjoyed that. Most of it, anyways. He gets a little strange. It's not even strange. It's corny. It's straight up corny. You know what I mean? So it's but there are tracks on there where you're like, wow, this guy could be something special. Also listen to The Miseducation of Freddie Gibbs. Did I listen to that last week too? But I've been listening to it. Still a dope listen. All right, so let's get into this. Craig, let's start with Craig Mack. That was a tough loss for hip hop. I realize that he hasn't done, what everybody wanted him to, but he was an icon of the '90s for sure. Definitely that.
Facts.
Definitely some songs that came off of that. Flavor for Your Ear was a ridiculous song, and then him coming back early 2000s, signing with Bad Boy again, even though he talked a lot of trash about what had happened, said Diddy still owed money and stuff of that nature. Whatever was going on there is what it is, right?
True.
So, but as a rapper, as his first album was an incredible piece of work. I really liked it. Some of the stuff was repetitive a little bit, but for the most part,
it was '90s.
Solid, yeah, right. Solid artist. I enjoyed him as an artist. When they dropped the special edition or special delivery remix, and he came on at the end, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, yeah,
you wouldn't.
Craig's done.
You almost thought it was over.
Yeah, you're never gonna see him, and then Diddy pops up, and he's all, I got Craig Mack, and he comes up, and just the bars he spit, phenomenal. You know what I mean? So, loved him as an artist, as a man. I forgot that he denounced his previous life as a rapper and just put himself in that church.
Yeah.
Kind of has a strange little legacy for his career, but overall, I mean, you got to respect the man. He did a lot. He did a lot for industry. He has music. He dropped an album last year, according to Apple Music. I haven't listened to it, and he's supposed to drop another one too. The
thing that kills me though, and I mean this, is goddamn, like people being mad or annoyed, let's say, with people going, R.I.P. Craig Mack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, if in some cases I can understand it.
Right.
You never heard of Craig Mack. You never, you know what I'm saying? You're 9 years old and nobody around you has ever played Craig Mack, but Craig Mack died and you want to be relevant.
Right.
But in that same instance, like I hadn't been checking for Craig Mack since Special Delivery remix, really. You know what I'm saying? But in that same breath, like I had that first album I loved everything Craig Mack did up until then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, still Craig Mack, dog. Like, let that man rest.
Right.
But, you know, Craig Mack was a guy.
Yeah. Shout out to the dude that said, you know, Craig Mack was 46. You know, so I posted him up on my page. I posted him up on Snapchat and stuff, you know, stuff like that. Like, the man's dead. Like, I'm trying to show, you know, I'm showing my appreciation for his work.
Right.
You know, and some dude's like, comes at me. He's like, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, well, the man died. Like, he had no idea. He's all, oh, really? That's sad. Blah, 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 blah. It made me kind of think, like, I'm 40 years old. The man's 46. You know, makes me kind of think, like, maybe I need to get my shit together. So, you know, and why does this dude tell me, oh, don't worry about it. It's not like that. He probably lived a much faster life than you did. Yo, just stop talking to me. Like, stop talking to me. You don't know shit about nothing. Just leave me alone. Leave me.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back sniffing the 8-ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We out here.
Right. We out here.
Like that's the thing. That's really funny. Like Craig Mack got the not nickname, but the whatever the fuck it's called. Got the moniker, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Of not doing, of not living that fast life.
Right.
Of taking it easy and like, nah, I'm good. Like y'all do what you do. I'm over here chilling.
Facts.
You know, like he wasn't that guy, and that was word out of the bad boy camp forever.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, you know, he's a super crazy. Nah, it was just, yo, Craig Mack doesn't get down like that.
Right.
And regardless of whatever the fuck he did, like the man died. Like let that he passed away. Like
right.
What do you have to say about it? You didn't even know.
You didn't
go
even
sit
know.
in the corner by yourself.
Go sit in the corner and shut up. Can I say one thing though? What is it about Bad Boy Records that pushes people to a ministry, like pushes people to God? Mace did it, right around the same time.
Nah. Listen.
I'm just asking the questions here, B.
Hold on.
Is Diddy the devil or not?
Okay, because, all right, if you know what I know, then you know why Mace left.
Okay.
Mace didn't leave because he was following the Lord.
Okay.
Throw that out. Like, let's keep it 100. Craig Mack, it's a little different. Mace didn't leave because he was following the Lord. Mace followed a check, and he needed to get the fuck out of Harlem.
Oh.
Like, okay, if you think this Cam and Make shit just started.
Oh, no.
Right. No. Cam, let's call it what it is. Cam is the king of Harlem. Let's call it what it is.
Okay.
And, you know.
Originally from Harlem, though, right? He's born and raised, isn't he?
Who, Cam?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, Cam gave you a pass. Like, yo, this is my man. Yo, everybody leave him the fuck alone. And then we fall out.
Right.
And I think you a sucker.
Right.
If I'm Cam and I think you're a sucker.
Right.
You're a sucker forever. You can't stay here anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A couple street people told Mace, yo, you can't stay here anymore. Mace is like, nah, I'm here. And he was like, okay, see if you're here tomorrow. And then next thing we knew, Mace was in Florida having, you know what I'm saying, Georgia running a church.
Wow.
So I'm just saying. It's not like,
I just want to ask a question real quick. That's all.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm with you.
So yeah, anything else about Craig Mack?
Nah, we're good. We're good. I'm off that.
All right, cool.
I'm off. Yo, rest in peace. I'm off that. Off that though.
No doubt.
Like, thanks for flaving your ear, B.
Let me ask you a question, B.
Talk to me.
Does Bruno Mars appropriate black music?
Yo, you're an asshole. No. And here's why.
Okay.
If you say, yo, I grew up on funk, soul, jazz, and R&B your entire career.
Right.
And I'm talking your entire career from when you were on Star Search and you were 5.
Right.
You said the exact same thing. How are you appropriating the culture?
Right.
Like, you are at this point immersed in the culture. It's not like you just showed up. It's not like you did pop music all your life, and then you was like, "Yo, I'm gonna hook up with two of the hottest Negro producers." No, all right. I mean,
so you're saying it's not like you were a dancer your whole career, and then you started dating Diddy, and then the next thing you know, you're making music with Jadakiss. Kid, is that what you're saying? It's not like
who was a dancer?
J-Lo. Remember she was on?
Oh yeah,
which is funny because it ties in. She wasn't in Living Color, and he did that last video with Cardi B, and dedicated it to In Living Color. They redid the set and everything.
Yeah, that video was amazing.
Fire.
It was not trash at all.
No, not at
like
all.
What's the opposite of trash? Whatever that is.
Whatever
was.
The opposite of trash is not trash. Like.
Yeah, it was not. Yo, like it touched my soul.
Right, no doubt.
And here's what's funny. I did not realize he was doing a new Jack Swing thing with this album until that video came out.
I didn't realize that either.
Like I had heard the whole thing, and I'm like, yo, I like this. I don't know why.
Right. I love Bruno Mars. I don't really listen to him a whole lot. I think I've listened to one album, and it was amazing. Like. Everything he touches, the stuff that he gets played on the radio, everything that he does is dope.
Grenade is crack.
Super dope.
What's the joint he did with Travi?
I'm not sure. And
his
his
millionaire.
So
I want to be a millionaire so fucking bad.
Right.
Like he did that joint. That was his first real song out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he killed it. Like nobody cared about Travis McCoy after that. I wasn't checking for him. I was like, go back with Gym Class Heroes. I listened to that.
God.
Yo, Gym Class Heroes was crack.
It was pretty legit.
Gym Class Heroes was crack.
They did all right for themselves. So
I was very excited about that.
I think one thing that's really important for people to remember, like, sometimes motherfuckers is too woke, okay? But B, Spanish people have as much to do with hip-hop culture as black people do. Like, you can't just stop running around saying that. Like, if you're saying that JT is appropriating black culture, I'm gonna listen. Okay?
Facts.
If you're trying to tell me that Bruno Mars is, no.
Take a look at my girl. And here's the other thing, though.
Man.
Here's the other thing.
She's the only one I got.
And everybody knows this young lady. Apparently she was the only one that fucking said it. And she is right. Everything she said, she made a damn good point.
Okay.
Except Bruno Mars. Like that was it was like, yo, don't you think this is the equivalent that I took from it. Don't you think Janet Jackson is appropriating black culture because of Velvet Rope? And I'm like, wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, she's a fucking Jackson. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's the exact same thing with Bruno Mars. His entire family has been making this exact same music.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? But nobody said that shit with JT, right? All right, cool. Let's keep it 100. He appropriated the shit out of culture.
No doubt.
Britney appropriated the shit out of culture. Like, that's not, Taylor,
Miley
punk
Cyrus.
ass Swift.
Yes.
Yes.
Even
but I want to talk about
to...
Taylor Swift. I want to talk about Taylor Swift real quick because I hate her. Like, I hate her with a passion.
Whoa, with a passion.
Yo, with a passion. Here's the thing. If I tell you, yo, you're good in the streets.
Yeah.
And we in the streets, and you tell some people that, yo, he's not good in the streets, I'm gonna look at you like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yo, you's a fucking asshole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fucking how she did Rihanna, with that, what the fuck is that dude's name? Her ex-boyfriend and Rihanna had a song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's one of them. She had a fucking hit. It was a fucking banger.
Right.
And it was on I can't think of his name. It was on his album, whatever the fuck. And Taylor Swift is not the opposite. She is not the opposite of trash.
Correct.
But this song comes out. She writes the song.
Yeah.
For Calvin Harris. There we go. For Calvin Harris.
Oh, okay. Right.
She writes a song for Calvin Harris. They either are breaking up or whatever the fuck's happening.
Right.
And she tells Calvin Harris, I don't want anything to do with the song. I don't want any publishing. I don't want to sing on it. I don't want shit to do with it.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Calvin Harris talks to Rihanna. Rihanna loves the song. Rihanna sings the joint. Fucking hit.
Right.
I mean, let's call it what it is. Taylor Swift can write a song. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to write for that Z100 hot 97. I mean, Z100 crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And afterwards, she's like, "Oh, the song is trash," and she's just trashing the song everywhere she goes. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Oh,
did she make a song
you
about
guys
it, though?
broke up and
Right.
Rihanna did it.
Right.
And you feeling some type of way? Like she's a fucking sucker.
Yeah, no, she's
She's a
always
sucker.
she's always
Fucking
been
sucker.
she's always been a sucker. I've always seen through her coat. You know what I mean? Like my biggest issue with her always was like, why are you gonna put your personal business out there in a song? Everybody knows that this song is about motherfucking Nick Jonas or whoever the fuck she was dating at the time. You know what I mean? Like she had she had it in with 5 Sauce, like ridiculous.
The best shit is, and I found this out much later, that she's from Connecticut.
Okay.
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 I want you to vibe with me for a second.
I'm
She's from Connecticut.
I'm vibing with you.
Her parents have a little bank. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, of course.
A little money, whatever.
Whatever.
She is a young girl. She wants to sing country music.
Yes.
They pick up, move to Nashville.
Right.
She could get her shot.
Right.
What happens? She gets her shot.
Right.
Why? Daddy puts a bunch of money behind it.
Right.
Cool. I have no problem with this. So, you're from Connecticut.
Yes.
No. I don't know if you've ever been to Connecticut.
I've never been to Connecticut.
There is -1% country music played in Connecticut. Then, right? So, feel me. Nobody plays it at all.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
-1% played.
Okay.
Then she makes a big fuss. Her dad moves her and the entire family to Nashville to start her country music career.
Okay.
No, thank you. Just move me. She does that, and dead ass.
I'm picturing her. I'm picturing her like stomping her feet, throwing herself on the ground. Daddy, I want to go to Nashville.
Keep it 100. So after the country music takes off, right?
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. Country. She's very smart for this.
Yes.
Country music is America's #1 music.
Okay.
It's in more places than any other genre, right? So then she's like, no, I want to make my next album a pop album. I'm like, okay. And then she makes a pop album, right?
Okay.
And then she writes for a bunch of people and she destroys a bunch of dudes' lives.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, y'all.
Yeah.
I just hate her guts, man.
And
I would fight her. I would fight her.
One of my best friends, he has a little girl. She's probably, I think she's 11 now. But a couple years ago, her and I were talking, and she was like, "I love Taylor Swift, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Man, I can't stand Taylor Swift. She's fake as fuck, blah 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 blah." Like I just don't think that the stuff that she writes about, the things that she says. Yes, I'm all about uplifting women. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But do it in a way that uplifts women and doesn't make them want to be a fucking psychopath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't uplift women, right? Like keep it 100. And this is kind of the Alicia Keys situation too. Like it's hard for you to uplift women, but you stole somebody's husband. So I'm just saying, like keep it 100.
She does sing about that on her last.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you. I feel you, fam. You gotta deal with your own shit, and that's cool. But you absolutely cannot uplift a group and in that same breath try to drag down members of that group because they're your competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Katy Perry, what Demi Lovato, Rihanna. You know, she's mentioned all three of them in some way or another. And frankly, they're all kind of kicking her ass in music anyway.
Oh, totally.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the whole thing after,
like you played a mean girl role.
The whole thing after
John Mayer is trash. I'm listening.
John. Wow. Okay. The whole thing.
You don't
after,
think John Mayer is trash?
No, I think he's okay. I think he's got some decent songs. I think
trash.
Daughters is ridiculous.
Daughters is a great song.
So let me get back to it real quick. The whole thing with Kanye and Kim, and where she trashed them after he trashed her on her song, was all a setup, right? So, but she wasn't supposed to come out and trash Kanye. She was supposed to not say anything. You know what I mean? And Kanye, and then she would say, "Oh, he should have done this, he should have done that." Well, the fact of the matter was that they did pass it by you before he wrote that one verse, right? And wait, hold on a second. What up, Pistol? Pistol in the chat say Taylor Swift need to appropriate some ass from somewhere. Old girl needs a beef sandwich and some grits. Real talk. Real talk. Hey, yo, where's the horn? Man, we need some bombs in here. Exactly.
Yo, that might be the realest shit I've seen all day, cuz.
Facts. Whatever. Let's move off of Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
You know what I'm saying?
How did we get on Taylor Swift?
Dog, because we started talking about Bruno Mars, and I don't know.
Oh, true. She appropriates all the culture.
Right, appropriating culture.
Yo, she did a whole video that was a complete remake of Beyonce's whole video, but with fire.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Right. So,
Trash.
Yo, B, have you seen this Nat Geo article about the twins that have was a white mom and a black dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no. Let me be honest. I didn't read that article. Check though. I did. I read parts of the of their article about
was it that they were
about
racist?
them being racist.
Right.
And okay.
Let's talk on that. Let's speak on that because the twins really isn't as big a deal as it is, as much as Nat Geo admitting that they've been racist for the last 30 years and they've used scientific
30
twisted however old that fucking magazine is. Let's talk about them twisting facts around to make issues of race, to make issues about black folk in general or minorities in general. Like, you know what I mean? So you have a spin on this that,
like, if you've ever had a grandmother, if you've ever gone to the store or anywhere, doctor, anything like that with your grandmother, they probably had a National Geographic sitting around. And if you were like me, I'm inquisitive. I pick it up, I read. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at pictures. And I want to start off by saying National Geographic has some of the most beautiful, breathtaking pictures I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
They have amazing photographers. And I did not realize this in the very beginning until I started reading what was there. And I'm talking, I might have been like 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, these people live in the bush. And I'm like, what? Like, I know a lot about South America. I know a lot about Africa at this point in my life.
Right.
And I'm like, I know that there are a shit ton of cities.
Yes.
That these same people live in. It talks about the Aborigines of Australia. And I'm like,
what are Aborigines?
Huh? What do you say?
I said, what are Aborigines?
What are?
No, what are Aborigines? Because Australia pretty much wiped them all out.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying?
There is still some native,
absolutely
native there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's do that. I don't want to be a dickhead. So they discuss. I mean, I want to be a dickhead about this. They discuss the native people of Australia, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But those people went through the exact same thing that the Native Americans went through.
Yes.
They did not stay in the fucking 1600s.
Right.
They grew with the times. Like, this is in any history book that you care to open and dive into.
Sure.
So what the fuck are you talking about, National Geographic?
Right.
When at some point in the 80s, National Geographic is showing African titty meats, right? Just straight. And I'm like,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Like, cool, but we don't want to talk about apartheid. We don't want to discuss Ethiopia. We don't want to talk about the scientific advancements that are happening in Egypt. We don't want to discuss the Congo or the Gold Coast. Like, we don't want to discuss about shit else.
Right.
We just want to zero in to the hardest place to get.
Right.
To a people who are just celebrating for this 1 month or this 1 week their roots.
Right.
So, we're going to dress traditional garb. We're going to do all the rituals. We're blah, 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 blah. National Geographic is like, cool, I'm going to show it. And it's been like that forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Right.
So, the article was hilarious. But as I told you earlier, I didn't know you would see it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
so,
go ahead.
But here's the way that I saw it. And you and I
Talk your shit, son.
You and I had that conversation about you and I had the conversation about how it was. Okay, so here's the deal with National Geographic. They admitted that they were racist. They acted on it. They are currently acting on it. This whole year they've dedicated to discussing race-related issues. Their first article is about traffic stops and how black people are terrified of them. Okay, so what they're trying to do, in my opinion, is educate the people, because I'd assume that the majority of people that read them, I don't know what their demographics are at all. I don't know who they're trying to reach or what they're trying to do. But I feel like what they're trying to do, and as you said, they have a new editor, and that she is in charge of the magazine. She is trying to make good on, in my opinion, and what I read in the Twins article, which really had not a whole lot to do with the Twins, and more about how they were trying to talk more about race, and how that race is scientifically how race is made up, and genetically we are all pretty much the same, right? So what they're trying to do, my understanding is they're trying to educate white folks,
right,
on how race has affected us, how race is made up, and try to educate white folks on what it is to be not white. Because they're not just going to touch, based on that article that I read, they're not just going to touch on black. They're going to touch on, I think they end the year talking about Muslims. You know what I mean? So, so my biggest thing is that they are trying to educate, and as white people, we created this problem. It's not exclusively our problem. It's problems from all over the world. There's race issues. There's always been race issues. But our job as white people who have created this issue, who will continue to exacerbate the issue, I don't know if that's the right word, but who continue to push the issue through political means, through protesting, through whatever it is. They're trying to change the culture of that through a magazine, which is interesting in itself, right?
True.
And I think, for me, that's important, because as I grew up, and as we kind of discussed earlier, as I grew up, I had no problems with traffic stops. Okay? Am I scared of the cops? No, I'm not. I'm not scared of the cops. Was I then growing up? No, because a cop is my friend. A cop is there to protect me. That's how I grew up. That's the way that I felt about the police, plain and simple. You know what I mean?
Right.
I felt that if I got pulled over by the police, it wasn't going to be a problem. And I thought that that was across the board the way that it was. The fact of the matter is that as I grew up and as I realized and as I started to unwind a lot of the lies that I was told, that wasn't actually the case. Not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I could not imagine that a black person would be terrified of getting pulled over by the cops. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine it. It's not something that was ever in my thought process, because who's afraid of the cops? The cops, if I get pulled over, I clearly did something wrong, right? Clearly I'm in the wrong. I was speeding. I had a tail light out. I had a front light out. Like, all the reasons that I've been pulled over in my whole life were either I was speeding, I had a front light that was out, or maybe a tail light out. Something of that nature. Okay? Mm-hmm. And anytime that I got pulled over, it was never a problem. When I was doing 110 on the freeway and he pulled me over and he didn't actually know how fast I was going, it was never a problem. I should have. Technically, you're a felony. It is a felony if you're going over 20 miles an hour in the state of California, over the speed limit, and you can get arrested
Right.
for reckless endangerment. Right. So, but I spit some yarn about blah 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 blah, and I didn't have a problem. Mm-hmm. That same issue with the black driver, male or female, is a different story.
See, the thing is, and I've said this to people several hundred times. Like, I know good cops.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. I know very good police officers that are there to do nothing more than serve and protect. I also know some really shitty cops,
right,
that will pull you over for DWB, driving while black. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's basically a situation of, and I told you this before. Like, I have heard police officers say that if you are black, you are automatically older than however old you look.
Sure.
Okay. They did a study on this, and I saw it a couple years ago. I'm sure you can find it. But it was basically two kids, white kid and a black kid.
Yes.
And we, you know what I'm saying, you and I would know their age, and they were shown to a cop. How old are they?
Right.
White kid gets, let's say 7, black kid gets 15. They were both 9.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So if you look at it that way,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Okay, you picture somebody older, and often you don't live as a police officer inside of the neighborhoods and communities you serve.
Yeah.
You know, where we're back in the day, and I'm not saying this is to say cops were any better, but at some point, police officers had to live in the neighborhoods that they patrolled.
Exactly.
Like, you went to the station, you said, y'all want a job as a cop, they trained you here. Go police your community.
Right.
Like, it's to serve and protect your community.
Right.
You know, it's not it's your. You know what I'm saying? Not your, it's yours. So, you know, I know cops that don't know the communities that they serve. So, you know, they think they're going to die.
They don't know the communities. They don't know the people. They don't know anything.
They think, you know, and there's another thing. There was another study out about what type of police are chosen. And this was right in Jersey City.
Yeah.
And the type of police they choose are kids that got bullied, or kids with a chip on their, or people with a chip on their shoulder, people who have authority problems,
right,
and not problems with authority problems. Like, as soon as you get authority, you want to lash out and you want to show your authority. Very aggressive people. Yeah. And meanwhile, you're going in the communities that you don't come from,
right,
that you don't know,
right,
and then everybody in the community is looking at you like, yo, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Now you're on your fucking guard. Well, I'm gonna show them who the fuck I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that is most of the reality of the shit that goes down.
True.
You know, so
very true. So, but I feel like I feel like it's bigger than that, right? It's not just the fact that the officers don't live in the communities or not a part of the community. I feel like it is an issue from the training aspect of of getting into the workforce. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have when you get into the police, and I've told, look, here's the deal. There's a code, right? The code is blue. And if you don't live by that code, you're not a police officer. I've heard stories of, guys that didn't want to play the politics and ended up getting kicked off the force. You know what I'm saying?
That's rampant. Yeah. I mean, just think about it. When Black Lives Matter came out, that was the first time that you saw the black and gray flags with the blue line across it.
Yeah.
And what that stood for was legit anti-Black Lives Matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, keep in mind, I'm from a black community that supported the cops that worked in the city.
Right.
Because those same cops weren't fucking with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, eventually there were some new cops that came through that weren't from the city.
Right.
But for the most part, the people who were from the city weren't fucking with us. They were just out there like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Is everything good? Yeah, cool. All right, cool. I'll talk to you later. How's your family? All right, good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those are the cops I grew up with.
Right.
And I saw the cops from that weren't from my city, that lived 30, 20, 10 miles away, coming in because they paid more.
Right. That's true.
And I've watched cops draw on people for no reason. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? A pack of cigarettes. Like, let's keep it 100.
Right.
We talk about it was in Texas. The kids were at a pool party at somebody's house. Everybody saw, a bunch of people see the video. I mean, the shit went viral. The cop throwing the girl on the ground and pulling his gun on a bunch of kids. And they're like, what? They're at a fucking pool party.
Right.
Like, and it's not that one thing, right?
No.
Like, let's just take that entire thing out.
Right.
That situation never happens, right? Let's say you just see that. It never happened to you, but now it's in the back of your mind that this can happen.
Right.
You look at, like, I'll take you back to, like, shit that the first thing that I saw, like, not coloring, like, civil rights, but it's Rodney King.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching the video and I'm like, yo, at some point, you know what I'm saying? It's like 10-year-old, 10-year-old me. Right. I'm like, at some point, you're not resisting arrest. You are fighting for your fucking life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I keep my hands here. Like, no, I can't put my hands down because you're gonna hit me again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a ton of shit.
Over and over again, you see this type of behavior, right? And the worst part about it is you take it this is throughout the years, but in the 80s in LA, right? Everybody's pushed into these small community into Watts, into Compton, into Inglewood, all these towns or these cities, and they're treated like criminals. The war on drugs hit the hardest in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, they militarized that force out there. They were knocking down whole houses trying to catch drug dealers, and throwing people away in jail. You know what I mean? So there is a lot of issues that are bigger than just good cops and bad cops. It's systematic. You know
absolutely.
I mean, that's the bigger part of all of it, But
if we get into the prison industrial complex, like if we could just get into that, then you start seeing the trickle down effect. You start seeing where bonuses come from.
Right.
Like, let's just call it what it is. If you work for any company as a headhunter, which is a person that goes out and recruits people to work for the company.
Yes.
If you work as a headhunter, you go for the strongest person that is going to last the longest and get you the most paid.
Right.
If you already have a system that looks at black people as those that should be in jail already because they're not worth it.
Right.
or those that are only worth the sweat off their backs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're second class citizens. Now I send my headhunters out and they go get those people.
Right.
You know, this is systematic. It is still slavery.
No doubt.
You know,
I mean,
fuck it. Call it what it is.
It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Like, and it's built by the system, right? If you look at the 13th Amendment says everybody is free unless you commit a crime. Okay? It still says it. It's still in there. They haven't made amendments to it, and they are actively working. They are actively working at it right now.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Like they.
But you gotta like even look at the Clinton administration. And he said it himself. Oh, you know, I shouldn't have done that. It was the worst thing that I did. 3 strikes and you're out.
He militarized the police in the current day, in the modern day that they are in right now. He is responsible for militarizing them.
Whatever they could do, he did it.
Look,
and it's crazy as fuck.
These cops are trained, and if you watch documentaries, go watch the documentary "Dope" about the episode where they are in Mexico and they're talking to a Border Patrol agent. He's brainwashed. This man says, if I could stop one kid from smoking dope, smoking marijuana, I've done my job. Like, wait. Like, okay, regardless of outside of that, like, as a people, like, when do you not see that this is wrong? Like, you literally think you have a whole war on drugs against the type of people.
Like the war on drugs was a complete and utter lie.
Sham.
Like, okay, you have a war on drugs, and that's cool. You want to clean the streets up, but if you're the one that put the drugs into the streets,
thank you. It's not a war on drugs. It's fucking made up.
That's the easiest war ever. Stop doing it.
It's fucking made up.
Like, you can't tell me that you put crack in New York City where people could barely pay for rent.
Right.
Like, and I'm saying rent. You can't move shit through customs. It's gonna sit, right?
Right.
You got to break it. You don't even have the know-how to break into customs to get shit out. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So shit is shipped. Here you go. Bing, bang, boom. You talk about Compton. You talk about Watts. The exact same shit happened every fucking where.
It started here. It started on the West Coast.
We can't.
In Oakland.
Like, we can't talk landlocked places. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were crack epidemics everywhere, and in the Midwest, where it is fucking landlocked, there are 5 seas above us, and they don't reach an ocean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a crack epidemic here.
Right.
Like, how the fuck is that possible? Nobody's leaving to go get the shit. Where is it coming from?
Freeway Rick Ross.
I mean,
he's responsible for it. He is the one that pushed it, but it was given to him. It was given to him. He was buying it off a Nicaraguan who was working for the CIA. If you don't believe the shit that we're saying, you need to go do some research. You need to look up. There's a few documentaries I'll tell you to go watch right now.
I won't even tell you a documentary. I'll do you one better.
Tell me. Say it.
Hold on. Keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
So I'll give you a couple documentaries to watch. Okay. Go watch The 13th. That's an amazing documentary.
Yo, Ava DuVernay killed The 13th. That shit was amazing.
It was amazing. Go watch Freeway, A Crack in the System. That's all about Rick Ross. I think it's actually Rick Ross, A Crack in the System. I can't fucking remember.
Not the rapper.
Freeway Rick Ross, 1980s, 80s in South Central LA, is responsible for pushing crack through the nation. He's the one that figured it out. He's the one that mass produced it. He's the one that was getting the drugs from this. Well, he didn't get them from the CIA, but his plug got him from the CIA, or pushed it through the CIA. You know, so that's 2. if you think further than that, go read up on, I think isn't his name Greg Moore, who worked for the San Jose Mercury News? That was like 93. And they ostracized the shit out of that motherfucker for that. You know, he lost his career. He had no career after they were done. Nobody believed it and that it was true. And what are we, 93? How many years are we now? 15, 20 years past that? We're 25. Now it's all starting to come out. Now they're making movies about it. They're making TV shows about it. You know,
because you're past statute of limitations.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So if you don't want to do any documentaries, because I understand, like documentaries are for dumb nerd peoples. If you don't want to do that and you just want, I know, right? And you just want to kind of laugh a little bit, go watch Archer season 5 and just watch what happens.
Right.
It is Archer Vice. That is the season of Vice. And basically, I won't ruin anything, but they are no longer there's no longer a spy agency, and they begin to sell drugs, cocaine, right? And then they become gun runners, and then they become gun running cocaine dealers.
Right.
All I'm saying is CIA gets involved. There's a country that gets taken over, and all of it is exactly what happened in the 80s. Right. There is a reason it is called Archer Vice. Like, okay, if we play Vice City takes place in the 80s.
Right.
Archer Vice is called Archer Vice because Vice was in the 80s.
Right.
So, season 5, have fun, go learn a thing or two.
Yeah. So, it's a whole thing. So to get back to the point though, I think that Nat Geo is doing a good thing. I hope that it is you know what they should be, what they feel like they should be doing, and not you know what I mean. I mean that cover, the cover with the twins on it has been blasted everywhere. Some of us are laughing at it. Some of us are, you know, like I read the article and I was like, this isn't an article that I really need to read because they're not even talking about the twins. They're talking about how they want to change everybody's view on race. Good for them. Good for them if that's what they're really trying to do.
The twins have been out for a very long time. If they're 5, they've been out for 5 years because it was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was very like, oh, shit, what the? Oh, well, you know, cool.
Right.
I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it.
Right.
Cool. Whatever. Genetics is genetics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I have 3 children. They are all different shades, and they all look like us. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It is what it is.
Right.
So, the thing is, oh, God damn it.
What's wrong, B?
Nothing. I'm leaving it. Yo, fuck it. National Geographic, do what you got to do. Disney did it in like the 30s. Disney was racist as well. Warner Brothers was racist.
They're all racist.
I mean, there's a lot of racist shit. I mean, it was the culture.
Yo, Muttley the dog is the most racist dog I've ever seen in my life.
Who?
Muttley from Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, Hanna-Barbera.
Right.
Yo, you ever want to see some racism?
Racist.
And the funny shit is, what is it? What's the Jay-Z record? The OJ record?
It's called OJ, isn't it?
All right, cool. Whatever the fuck that is. That video, and you know what I'm saying? I know somebody else did it before, whatever the fuck.
Right.
That video, I don't know if it was drawn or I mean, I know it was drawn. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. But they could have just taken old cartoons and done the same fucking thing.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you've never seen the movie Bamboozled, go fucking watch Bamboozled. Like,
yeah.
goddamn.
Bamboozled was one of those movies that really opened my eyes. My parents collected them at one point, and I don't think they realized like what they were doing. And I even like, I'm gonna be 100 with you. When I first saw them, like they collect them all up, they like put them all out, and I'm like, I looked at them, and I don't know anything. Like I'm a fucking teenager when they're doing all this shit, and I was like, black skin, big lip, like dolls. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm
I
like,
boycotted
I said
Bugs Bunny for a long time.
I said straight up, I was like, these jigaboos? Like, is that, like, I said it. And they're like, well, that's very racist. You shouldn't say that word. And I'm like, but what is this? Isn't that what this is?
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anything. I just know that it don't feel right to me, and I don't think that we should be collecting them. They don't have them out anymore. I don't know what happened to them, but they're in storage somewhere. But Bamboozled came out sometime after that. That was, I want to say, mid to late 90s. And it was definitely before I was married, and I watched it, and I was like, holy shit.
Arguably Damon Wayans' best role.
Holy shit. I hate the end of that fucking movie, but that doesn't matter in context to this.
Oh, it was so bad.
It's so bad.
Like, oh my God.
You know, that had, because isn't Mos Def in that?
Whack. Yeah.
So that's got to be early 2000s. Has to be.
It was like, it was 2000 maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
We'll both grab our phones.
But, I know, right? It's a fucking great movie.
It is really good. All right. So, anyways.
Yeah, I literally typed Boomerang. I don't know why. It was 2000.
2000, straight up. All
and,
right.
you know, it's a fucking great movie.
Right.
What's next?
Why Jay-Z and Beyonce coming for that tax money checks, man?
Yo, first off, Jay-Z is not coming for anything. Like, I want everybody to relax.
Wait.
Relax your body.
Jay-Z's coming for sold out arenas. That's all.
No,
that's why he's there.
Nah.
That's why he's there, because he couldn't sell out. He couldn't sell out the 444
Jay
tour.
is not coming for anything. This is Beyonce's tour. This is Beyonce. I want you to understand. This is Beyonce's tour. Sean Corey Carter is going on his wife's tour. Give a fuck what anybody says. This is not a joint venture. He's on the plane with his wife, because it's not even because she thinks he's going to cheat. I don't believe that anymore. Sean is old now. Sean can't be at home by himself. You know what I'm saying? He broke the Xbox last time.
Right.
PS4 is trashed. He just walking around the house aimlessly. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can't leave you, the twins, and Blue here.
Nothing to do, babe. What am I supposed to do?
Like, what am I gonna do? Yo, at this point, be like, Memphis Bleak don't call me back.
Stop it! Stop! I got no friends. You're all I got, B. You're all I got, B.
Like,
I got no friends anymore.
I'm just saying.
I got no friends. Beans won't talk to me.
It's a wrap. His friends don't hang out no more. He got a joint Facebook page with his wife.
Oh,
like that's what it is. They out here.
Terrible.
Yo, this is it. They their voicemails on their cell phones is like, hey, this is B. If you want to talk to Jay, just leave us a message, and we'll get back to you on both phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn near $1 billion by himself, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Has his wife talking about, yo, leave us a message. We'll give you a call back. And that's what it is.
Leave us a message.
Leave us a message. We'll call you back.
Wait. So when the answer machine picks up, does it say, hey, you've reached, and then Beyonce comes on and goes, B, and then Jay comes on and says,
Sean.
And says Sean.
Sean.
This is Sean. Sean.
He said Sean.
And then Beyonce comes back on and finishes. Please leave a message. We're not here right now, but leave a message after the beep.
Like, you've reached B and Sean. Please leave a message after the beep, and we'll call you beep. Like, he doesn't even finish. They didn't know how to stop it. Like, that's it. Like, real shit. Sean is out here hanging out with Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, and Morgan Freeman. They just sitting around smoking cigars, having beer, and nothing's wrong with that.
No, nothing at all.
Like, I want that to be known. There is nothing wrong with it at all. At all.
So it's
like,
Beyonce's tour.
It's Beyonce's tour. Jay-Z is dead. I don't even know why he's on the fucking flyer. It should be like Beyonce and the dude she's married to.
Special guest, Sean Carter.
Special guest, Sean Corey. His whole name, Sean Corey Carter. Like you got 3 names now. Sure as down. Like every year they've been together, his stage show gets more boring and more boring. And
He should just come out in a walker, man. Like just roll up. I'm H to the O.
Like he, like Sean used to. I'm gonna call him Sean from here on out. Sean used to, until I get that call from Sean, or from Lenny S,
Right.
or from Guru, or from like until I get that call, I'm gonna call him fucking Sean.
Oh
So
my God.
Sean used to rap really fast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's keep it wait. Let's keep it bop, right? And then every year he slowed down just a little bit, and it was fine. And then Blueprint came out, and then he just slowed down like 40 beats per minute.
Oh wow.
And he was like, "B said I had to rap like this now." And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, man?"
Ooh.
You gotta get your old ass off the set. He's like the old dude that comes on the basketball court. It's like, yo, I can still play with you, young buck. And then some kid just steals the ball from him, shoots the 3, and then everybody runs back down court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
He just, hey, y'all ain't gonna keep stealing this goddamn ball from me today. I'll tell you right now, this shit ain't gonna happen.
Can we
Get your ass.
Can we be serious real quick and talk
Yeah, go
about the fucking VIP prices of this fucking show? Have you seen this shit?
Oh, yo, in Cleveland, it's somewhere at like I want to say 1,800.
Yo,
regular
the
tickets.
top tier is $2,000. It's like 19 something for the
nice.
the most
Yeah.
expensive package, which
Yeah.
doesn't even include if I pay $2,000 for a motherfucking ticket, I better meet them. I better fucking meet them. Like that.
So-
I don't care if it's like a walk by. Hi, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
love you. Peace. Like, yo, Celeste paid for the Nas and Lauryn Hill show. She paid $500 to sit hella close to the stage. She met him.
She sat on the stage though.
She was right there.
Like I'm in for that.
Right there. $500. Lauryn Hill
I
and
feel
Nas. $500. She met him. She said the picture of the two of them, of all 3 of them together.
Facts, I seen it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm having a real hard time paying $80 for the nosebleed sections, and it's not because it's the nosebleed section. It's because it's Beyonce and her husband.
right.
I'm like,
I almost dropped. I'm not gonna lie. I almost dropped $300 a ticket when she was out here for Lemonade, but I was like, I don't know that I could do it. I don't know that I could do it. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? And it's not even $300 a ticket. Is not even sitting close.
Yo, when Janet was on tour last, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if I just didn't have the money. I was like, yo, if I had the money, I would fucking go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
wouldn't care. Like all the low ball tickets were gone, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had been scalped, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, I would absolutely go. I would buy a fucking row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would go if I had it. I don't know about this Beyonce J shit, man.
It surprises me. I'm like, I guess like, but nobody's put out other than 444. Nobody's put out any new music. Beyonce's got the track on the Khaled, with the 2 of them together. But really, like, there's no new music to be touring with.
Yo, can we talk about that Khaled song? Did we talk about this already?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I think we bodied.
Alright,
We bodied. This is the second week
I was
in a
gonna
row.
body.
We
All right,
Jay.
cool. I was gonna body.
Yeah. So
That song is trash.
It's fucking trash. It's fucking trash. Like,
I am the future. Like, man, if you don't sit your drug addict ass down, bro.
Seriously though, seriously. All right.
Talk to me.
Okay, so let's get on. Since I just had something pop in my head. I was talking to somebody today. Since we're talking about concert tickets and the cost,
Yeah.
somebody today told me they're going to see Childish Gambino in June, July, some shit like that. I don't remember. He's up here. He's going on tour.
Okay.
I don't know what he's going on tour for. So I was like, yo, Childish though, that's tight. Like, cool. I hope that he does I hope he does shit from Camp, because that's the Childish stuff that I fucking want. Okay.
That Camp album was so ahead of its time.
It was amazing, dude. It was amazing. So I'm like, okay, so we have a venue here that I've seen several shows at. I've been to several shows. Fox Theater, great venue, amazing. I'm like, oh, yo, you're going to see Childish? That's so dope. I'm so, that's fresh, whatever. How much? Where are you going to see it? Like, it's Fox. It's got to be like Fox Theater, right? It's got to be someplace amazing. Oracle. Oh, word? That's where the Warriors play. That's where like big acts go.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna, Beyonce, Kanye West. That's where I saw Kanye the first time. X, Y, Z. Big acts. Huge acts. Oh, that's kind of whack. Like, really? That big-ass arena? Like, I don't think Childish is big. Okay, is he performing? Is it a show for... What is it exactly? Oh, I don't know. It's just not whatever. Okay, well, wait a minute. How much did tickets cost? Oh, they were really expensive. How much? $100 to sit on the floor. I was like, get the fuck out of here. $100 to go see Childish Gambino? Like, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me. To me, he's big. He's big. He's got his pockets in a lot of things, right? That last album he got was huge for him. Camp was, I think, moderate. I think it got him out there. A lot of people started paying attention to him. You know what I mean? But, whatever I think about Childish Gambino and his style of music right now is irrelevant to the gouging of ticket prices to go see him in a huge arena.
Yo, I'm legit trying to think if I could justify it, and I think I can. Here's why. When he was on whose show do the Roots play on? That's funny. That's fucking hilarious. Fallon. Thank you. That I remember the Roots are on there. I mean, Jimmy Fallon's fucking hilarious.
You're hilarious.
That's fucking hilarious. He does Fallon, right?
Yep.
Has a full band and basically a choir behind him. Okay. So if you haven't seen it or you don't remember, go watch it again, right?
Okay.
When he does that, he has when he does that, like, that's who he takes on tour with him.
Okay.
Right? So look at the money that he has to clear. Like, you got to pay a full band, blah 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 blah. I could see you saying your ticket prices are $100.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
Like, just to cover overhead and blah 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 blah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And to make you more
now, if this is a situation where it's not just him, damn. I mean, first of all, yo, whatever you get, fam, go get yours. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna pay $100 to see you, go get it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But goddamn, bruh.
I was shocked.
Oh, here we go. I'm sitting here, and this is no disrespect to Gambino. You know what I'm saying? There's no disrespect to Gambino, but I'm seriously sitting here contemplating on paying decent money to go see Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm sorry, Beyonce and Sean Carter. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not paying $100 to go see Childish.
No. Okay.
Especially when I've never paid more than $60 to go see the fucking Roots.
Yeah.
Like, you're wilding out.
I would go see, for nosebleeds, $80 fucking dollars. That's not that for Childish.
For what?
For Childish at Oracle. I pulled up Ticketmaster. $79.50 for the nosebleeds, for the top of the shit, dude.
That's
I don't even think we paid that for Kanye. And those were resale. Okay, she didn't. When I went, she did not get them. The girlfriend at the time was not to sit on the floor.
That's whack.
Wait, this is 218. This is 218. This is a verified reseller. That doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, bro.
218 on the floor.
No, that was. I'm sorry, that was.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if that's a
Yeah.
verified reseller, 218 on the floor, you're looking at about
that
100.
That was 218 up on the stands. So
218 for a
Dog.
Childish Gambino ticket. Yo, and I love Childish Gambino.
Platinum tickets for two tickets. It's $605 to sit on the floor. That's section B. That's section B, row 17.
Hey, you ready for this?
I'm ready. Talk
Shut it down.
B.
Shut it down.
Yo.
Yo, all right, hold on. To reset it. Maybe the cast of Atlanta will be there playing kazoo and ukuleles. Dog. So tell me why this whole time I'm thinking, yo, if he brings like the cast of Atlanta,
Yep.
and it's like it's a show, yeah, I might pay $100 to see that.
No, you're paying
You know
to
what I'm
see
saying?
Childish with 3.5 albums. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that. Okay, and there's one other
Nah, hold
thing.
up.
There's one
Like,
other thing that goes along with it.
I'm listening.
Ray Sermon opens the show.
Who the fuck is that?
What? That's
Who is that?
That's Black Beatles. Like that's the dude from what's his
Oh,
face?
Ray Schmurda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which is trash. Like they're not trash. They got some pretty decent music.
I mean, it's
But-
all backed by what's his face. No, Chance will not make an appearance. I guarantee you that. Even though they used to be, even though they were or maybe still are tight.
He's not showing up.
No way.
Cause
No way.
wow, that's crazy. I probably pay. No, I wouldn't. That's a fucking lie. Before I even lie.
I'm not paying that kind of money. He's asking Beyonce money for his tickets. I'm not paying Beyonce money to go see Childish.
Yo, what's crazy is I'm not paying Beyonce money to go see Beyonce. You out of your fucking mind. Like, all right, so I remember SOBs at a show. It was Joe Budden, right? And
Okay.
it was just Joe Budden.
Okay.
And the tickets were like 20, 25, $30 maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah.
Right.
Like I just couldn't get off of work to go. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Right.
like, fuck yeah, I would go to see that.
Right.
Yeah, nah, not for Childish.
Not for Childish.
Matter of fact, okay. So 100 on the floor, right? 100 on the floor. That's the ticket. That's the ticket price we're gonna look at. Okay. Who would you pay 100 on the floor to see? Because I know who I would.
I'd pay $100 to go see Nas on the floor. I'd pay $100 to go see Nas on the floor. For sure. No doubt. Without question.
He's not charging $100. Though.
No, he's not. He's not. And he's playing at Fox
But
Theater. He's playing at a smaller venue.
True, and I'm with you. For the 100, I got a couple people.
Yeah.
First off, for the 100, I'm going to see Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
Like I've wanted to see Busta Rhymes live since Scenario. Let's see who else. Who am I paying the 100 for? I pay that for Janet. I pay it for Janet. Janet has what 400 years of music, so I definitely pay it for Janet. And at 100, I would pay it for the Roots. Like I'd pay Beyonce money,
but
to see the Roots.
The Roots are going to smaller venues, and they're charging $40 for tickets.
You ready for this cool ass shit?
Tell me.
They do a picnic in Philly every year.
Yes.
And they don't charge for tickets.
That is correct.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
Factual.
It's $15. I apologize. It's $15. But you know what I'm saying? It's basically access to the festival stage. It's access to this. It's access to a bunch of shit. Like I think that was the year that I first saw J. Cole.
Yeah.
Like how sick is that? What?
Therese said you'd pay it for Janet in hopes of the titty pop out.
Yo, let's keep it 100. Janet is what? 50 now?
She's 50. She's 50.
She's 50, right?
She's 50.
Man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That was not a wardrobe malfunction. Like that was planned.
It was planned.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure was playing.
And I was happy.
Your shit just
as
doesn't
shit.
unvelcro. Your shit just doesn't unvelcro like that. You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
what's crazy?
Rip, like
What's crazy?
titty.
The
Like
shit popped out, and I was like,
it happened so
Pause, right?
fast. It happened
pause.
so
I was
fast.
like, yo, that was not a titty.
That wasn't. It had a
I
little
was like, give me the thing.
on
Give
the
me
areola.
the thing. DVR. Blah. Pause.
Does
I was
your
like, yo, it's a
yo,
titty.
pause. Does your DVR actually say? Does it? Does it do?
Yo, I was like, I was like, yo, that shit is crazy as fuck. Cause everybody else should be quiet. Like,
Right.
nah, not me. But like, skid about.
Skitterbop. Skitterbop.
When you fast forward, this thing go boom.
The
And then
thing goes.
if you hit stop, you be like, man's not hot. Yo, Big Shaq,
Oh
man.
you a
Big
damn,
Shaq
you a
out
damn
here
fool.
killing it, bruh.
Damn fool. So while we're on the subject of Atlanta and the cast of Atlanta, Lakeith Stanfield, my favorite character on Atlanta, hands down. He's got a new movie coming out called Sorry to Bother You.
Okay, cool.
It looks phenomenal. It's an alternate present-day version of Oakland. Telemarketer Cassius Green discovers a magical key to professional success, propelling him into a macabre universe. I need glasses. And it looks dope. If you go check out that trailer. It's fucking, man, it looks great.
Bet I'll check it out.
Yo.
We out here live and indirect, full and in effect.
Facts.
Yo, you want to hear some crazy shit?
Tell me.
And I kind of feel weird about it.
All right.
Like, so don't judge me. I feel, just so you know, I'm feeling judged already.
Mhm.
I've never seen what the fuck is wrong with me? I've never seen an episode of Atlanta yet, right?
Oh, word.
Yeah. And the
Oh.
crazy shit is when the first season came, I saw one piece of the first season. I don't
Okay.
know what episode it was. They were in a club,
Sure.
and I think the owner of the club disappears in the wall and shit. And
Yes.
he
Yes.
turns around. He's like,
That's on the new system, the new season.
"What the fuck?" That's what. Okay, so that was the only thing I saw. But wow, yo, Therese, nobody gives a fuck that you haven't seen it, B. I'm So right, as the first season is going on, and like I was the biggest, yo, you got to watch Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because I had seen it, and I had seen the previews, and I'm like, yo, this is going to be the show.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, I was like, oh, when does Atlanta come on? And it was like on. I'm like, God damn. All right, I'll catch up next week. And then that next week came on. And I was like, yo, when the fuck does Atlanta come on? Whatever day it comes on, right? And this was the day after. I was like, yo, God, I got to get my life straight. And then that happened through the entire season. So I was like, all right, before the second season, I'll catch up. I look up. I was like, second season, third episode. I was like, oh,
Right.
you fucking up, bro. You gotta get this shit on fucking Amazon Prime or something. Like,
Man.
but you know,
It's a great show. I highly recommend it. I think it's amazing.
I've heard
Everybody on it is phenomenal. Great cast.
heard amazing cast.
Yeah.
I heard amazing shows, amazing writing. So definitely want to check that
really
out.
Good. I think
We
it's Childish show too. Like I think he's responsible for. I think
Yeah.
he writes. He's a producer. Like it's his show. So
I'm loving seeing him
that's
out in these streets,
really
man.
Dope. That's really.
I'm not paying $100, but I'll
not
go see
paying
you and
$100. I'm not paying $300 to sit on the fucking floor. She was like, "Oh, I love him," blah 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 blah. And I was just like, "No,
I was like, yo,
not 100."
like you gotta be like, yo, we could watch him on YouTube all day.
I mean, Redbone is an amazing song.
The
It's
album
great.
was great. The album was great.
Okay, I'm gonna say that I didn't like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's not the Childish I want. It's plain and simple.
I understand.
It's not the Childish I want. I
I'm
want
with you.
the Childish that could body any fucking rapper in the game right now. That's
matter of fact,
that's the Childish I want.
this is how I heard about that album.
Ah,
I'm on IG. Larry Starks is in a truck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's listening to Redbone.
Okay.
I sent him. I hit him up. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you listening to?" Like, Starks usually listens to some hot shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck are you listening to? He was like, "Oh, that's that new Childish Gambino." And at first, I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck did I miss?
Right.
So I pull my phone up. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I listen to Camp a little bit, scroll through it. I'm like, all right, skip that. Listen to 3000. I was like, okay, this don't sound like the same dude. So I was like, man, maybe I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Right.
he didn't know or whatever the
Right.
fuck. So I
Right.
I YouTube the shit. And I'm listening. I'm like, that don't sound like him. And then I see it on YouTube, and it's like, yo, it's him singing it live.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, let's get it popping.
Right.
So I turned it on. I was like, yo, Childish Gambino. And then he started singing a song, and I was like, yo. I immediately downloaded the album. I was like, yo, let's get it on. And I'm like, all right, it's not who I wanted. It's not what I wanted,
No.
but let me hear what's here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
Yeah, I listened to it. I played it over and over and over again.
No.
And I was just like, it's not what I want. It's not what I want from Childish at all. Like, he's one of my most disappointing artists as far as like, because the first time I heard that fool, I was listening to like Pandora or some shit like that, and like one of those songs came on from Camp. And I was just sitting there and I was vibing and doing my thing, like playing a video game, or I was working on the computer or something like that. And like I think it was playing on the TV. I legit stopped and went, whoa, homie spitting. Like, it's fire right now, right?
like I didn't even give him the time of day
Yeah.
when he first came out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I turned around and I looked and I knew him from, I don't know if he must have been on Community already. Must have been, but I knew
Yeah, it had to
him.
have
I
been.
knew him from the internet, like the skateboarding skit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that poops his pants in the class. Like that skit is where I knew him from. Like that
Right,
skit's
right.
fucking hilarious. Like, so I was like, when he came on Community, I was like, yo, I've seen that dude before. That's the guy from the pooping skit. Like, I would never do anything to ruin my friendship. Like poop in my pants. That shit, fucking hilarious. That whole crew, like, really funny. So he like I turn around and I'm like, I look at the TV. I'm like, yo, that's the dude from Community. That's Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Spitting fucking fire. He's spitting fire. I'm like, hooked immediately. I went and got that album. I listened to it over and over, and like that was one of those albums that stayed in my shit. It stayed in the rotation for months. I still go back to it. My daughter put it on the other day, put one song off there, and I rapped the whole fucking thing. Like, I was just like, yo, this is fucking fire right now.
It is. I don't
And
know.
I just
I don't understand.
I think that he got
Yo, don't
frustrated.
say I don't understand when I say understand.
I think
But
he got
it's trash.
frustrated by whatever it was that, you know, maybe like Logic, he feels like he's mastered rap already, which I don't.
I
feel like
know
is the
exactly
case,
what it
you know
was.
what I'm saying? And he's like,
I
no,
mean-
I'd rather sing. I'd rather do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do. Cool, good for
Nah,
you,
the
Childish.
truth is-
Still not paying the $100.
Nah, not at all. He's very
on the floor.
talented. You know what I'm saying? He's really talented.
Yeah.
And the issue is, and we had this conversation before, at some point you get bored with living in a box.
Sure.
And his box was already big.
Mhm.
And you get bored in that box. You just go, hey, all right, I'm gonna just take my shirt off. I'm gonna sing a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna go be Lando Calrissian. Like
Cool.
it is what it is.
I'm
Cool.
good with that. I'm good with that. That's fine. If that's what you want to do. It's just not the one that I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Go
fucking wild.
do you. People love him, respect him, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. Still not paying $300 to sit on the floor. That's not front row.
It's the floor though. What else are we talking about? What?
I think that you
Yeah,
wanted to talk about poor people not being able to save money. That was something we talked about.
Oh, did we? Oh, god damn! I don't even know if I got it, man.
What do you
if
mean I
put-
got it?
Nah, chill. Oh, my god, I've been fucking arguing about this with people all day, all week, actually. If you okay,
I'm gonna
so,
need you to bring this shit, B.
Hold on, let me see if
Bring
I
it.
can find it. Let me find it. So I gotta read the fucking thing. I wish you
Where's
wouldn't
the
have said it.
Jeopardy music at? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Bars. All right. It is literally impossible to save money when you are poor. Shake the cobwebs on a Tumblr or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's a Tumblr account?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more. I'm gonna read the whole article. What she wrote. One more time for those in the back. It is literally impossible to save money when you are poor. This isn't because of bad planning or irresponsibility. It is because everything costs money all of the time. Poverty is engineered by capitalism, and being poor is fucking expensive.
Right.
I'll never forget the time when my then boyfriend told me that this is her, not me. Right? All right, cool.
Gotcha.
I'll never forget the time when my then boyfriend told me that I should buy a $75 pair of work shoes instead of the $10 work shoes I bought only months ago that were already falling apart. His reasoning was that better made shoes would last longer and I wouldn't have to buy shoes so often. This didn't take into account the fact that I would need the extra 65 for the power bill, groceries, gas, car insurance, blah, 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 fuck. I've never been given good advice from a non-poor person when it comes to money ever, because all of their advice is predicated on the idea that somehow you aren't working hard and that the money is available to you if you just want it bad enough. Non-poor people have been made to think that they are somehow just naturally good with their money, and when you ask them to think critically when it comes to money, they lose all logic. Let me be clear. Poor people are some of the hardest working, creative, and smartest people I've ever met. We wouldn't survive otherwise. Now that's done.
Okay.
I kind of agree with one part of this entire thing.
Okay.
Poor people are some of the hardest working, creative, and smartest people I've ever met.
Okay.
I'm with her.
All right.
The one thing that I want her to understand is she's not poor. She's not poor. What she is uncomfortable. So let's dive into this, right?
Huge difference.
It's a huge difference, right?
Huge.
So let's dive into it real quick. I'm only going to pull one sentence from this entire thing. Okay. This didn't take into account the fact that I would need that extra $65 for the power bill, groceries, gas, car insurance, etc. Gas, car insurance, which lets me know that you have a car. You have never been broke, and I'm being very honest. You've never been broke if you've had a car without car insurance. Right? Car insurance is a luxury.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I don't give a fuck what the law says. Like that's a luxury.
Right.
But to drive a car, you don't need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolute fact.
Gas, all right, cool. So I'm gonna backtrack on that. So let's go back to gas. You have to pay for gas to put in said car.
Mm-hmm.
So that lets me know that wherever you work, you haven't done enough as far as asking, "Can I get a ride? Where do you live? Are we on the same shift?
Right.
Who do I know that has a car?" And then you sell said car.
Right.
Buy car.
Right.
Buy car. Buy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are things that happen. Groceries. If it's just you, let's keep it 100. Ramen costs $2. I'm keeping it 100. Mm-hmm. Ramen costs about $2 for like an 8-pack or whatever the fuck the box is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can have it in different flavors, player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you are poor, sometimes you're going to go to sleep hungry.
It's true.
Like how hard is your grind? You know what I'm saying? Let's further move back. Power bill. You know what I'm saying? So the light bill. I understand that. You need lights. Cool. How many people live where you're at?
Are you asking me or you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like
right.
in this situation, like how many people live where she's at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the box she lives in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. That you have to pay the power bill. How many people are paying that power bill? Like, are you splitting it? You have a then boyfriend. Hey, it's a then boyfriend.
Right.
He has the audacity to say, yo, you should buy a $75 pair of work shoes instead of the $10 work shoes, because those are already falling apart. You know, the $75 shoes will, you know what I'm saying, last. Yeah. And his reasoning is correct. It's absolutely correct. To a point. like true, the $10 work shoe is already falling apart. You've had it for a couple of months. Now, the $75 work shoe is going to make you more comfortable while you're working.
Right.
It may last a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is going to last a little longer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody is saying a pair of the Walmart Skechers is lasting as long as a pair of real Skechers.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Okay. So it is not literally impossible because you aren't trying hard enough.
Right.
And I'm saying you're not trying hard enough, and I'm not saying you're not working. I'm not saying you're not struggling. I respect that. What I'm saying is you are ignorant to how money works.
Right.
And money works really fucking easy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how many jobs, you know what I'm saying, she has. I don't know those situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she has kids. I'm doubting it. But if you're single, you can fucking make a shit ton of uncomfortable decisions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Right.
This shit is just fucking wild. Like my homegirl, we had this conversation, and I was like, with $65, I could show you how to make everything you need work with $65 a week.
Sure.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever money you have to, whatever you have,
Right.
I can show you a budget to make you live like a king.
Right.
Like, but the problem is you may not want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to make that sacrifice.
But
Like,
that's a decision.
That it's a decision.
And if you have the capability of making said decision, you're not broke.
You're not.
You're not.
Like, poor people don't have decisions. If you start having decisions, you're not poor.
Right.
You're just uncomfortable. Like, that's it. Like, oh, this is how I want to live.
Right.
Like, y'all can get the fuck out of here, dude. Okay, Therese says ramen is full of sodium, though, and no money for the doctor and meds for high blood pressure. And I will say the ramen packet is full of sodium, not the noodles. So, broth.
That's actual factual.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Broth only costs $2, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can stretch it. You can get like 8 servings of broth out of the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Box of broth. So you cook your noodles, bing bang boom, drain the water, bang. A little broth in there, bang, and you season the taste. Salt and pepper doesn't cost a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got to eat that for a week, you got to eat that for a week.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In that same breath, couponing is a big ass thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who knows how to coupon, et cetera, but you coupon as much as you can to knock your main spending for groceries down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes with couponing, I'm not going to say it's easy. You have to spend a little bit to get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
So you got to spend a little bit to get a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it happens. So you might have to buy Tide this week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might have to spend the $10 to buy Tide, but you get 2 free. So you take those 2 free, you come home, you flip those 2 free for $8. You just made $16.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're up right now.
Right.
Or, I mean, if you look at it realistically, you've made $6 total and got your 10 back.
Right.
So the Tide that you're now washing with was free. You know what I'm saying? I know. What am I missing? Y'all missing something?
No, you're not. You're good.
Oh, all right.
You're good.
I thought about that to fuck somebody up. So, I know my homegirl, she used to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She would stockpile.
Right.
And then once she would stockpile, she's coming off, you know what I'm saying, a few grand a month.
Yeah, it's true.
She left her apartment. She now has a house.
Right.
Like, I know people who are in hundreds of thousands of dollars of income off of couponing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
true.
How bad do you want it? I mean, I don't necessarily fuck with the dudes that are standing on the side of the road waiting to squeegee and wipe your windows down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, yo, back the fuck up on my car. I got rain X. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? I might, like, yo, here's $5. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's what I got. Get out of here. But he just made $5. I've heard people talk about the people who the panhandlers and shit. You know what I'm saying? How you go, and we had this conversation before on IG.
Right.
How panhandlers come and, you know, yo, let me get blah 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 blah, and then leave in the bins, and you're mad at him. You just paid for his bins.
You did.
Like, get up, get out, and get something.
He's making. Don't let your life pass you by. He's making. He's making more than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of people.
Some guys on the right corner can make $50,000, $60,000 a year.
I had to do. All right, now I'm at work. You know, I'm at work. It's a Saturday morning, right? Saturday morning, we don't usually get shit popping until 8 o'clock, but we start at 6. I don't work there no more, so it's all overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are wasting state money. Keep that in mind, right? But you know what I'm saying? Work for a state organization. That's what we do.
Exactly.
So we go eat. You know what I'm saying? We know exactly what we're doing. Bing, bang, bong. All right, cool. Make the call. We're getting it popping at 8. Cool. We go get breakfast.
Right.
Money walks in. Homeless look. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, hey, yada yada yada. Can we get some money? Dude behind the counter's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you bothering. I'm saying, yo, money. I said, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna give you any money. I'll get you a burger though.
Yeah.
Cool. He's like, oh, all right, yeah, that worked. I was like, yo, get him a burger, put it on my tab. Cool. Took the burger. Now in my head, he walks out, throws the burger out. You know what I'm saying? Throws it away because he wanted the money, right?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
And I'm like, that's cool. That's what I wasted for you to leave me alone. Like, this is peace of mind.
Sure. Okay.
But let's talk about how many people he would have come in or saw on the street and asked for money. And if he hits 100 people a day, because Hoboken has a shit ton of traffic and people just want to get to the fucking train.
Right.
If he hits 100 people a day and they give him $1, that's $100 a day. That's $500 at the end of the week. And now he's paying for his rent and your rent.
Right.
He's bringing $2,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like chilling, minding his business. Saw that he looked around and he couldn't believe this. You know what I'm saying? like you can't tell me about being poor because you can make money. Money is out there for you to make it.
Right.
All you have to do is do it. A homegirl of mine, she mentioned, and this will remain nameless, of course. Her daughter has medical issues, and I'm like, all right, cool, like that's no big deal. Well, as I'm telling her how to navigate, she throws in the medical issue. Oh, now I have this, plus I just bounced a check. I'm like, well, okay, I understand that. Did this medical issue happen weekly?
Right.
No. Okay. So now you have to be proactive in your situation.
Sure.
Like if you're behind the 8 ball, you have to catch up first.
Right.
And that's cool. I can show you how to catch up.
Right.
But you got to be open to listening. If you can learn how to catch up, you can learn how to go forward. Once you go forward and the ball is rolling, you're like, yo, I'm going to be 35 and retired. I'm going to open my own business.
Right.
You open your own business.
Right.
And people look at you like, how the fuck did you do that? I'm like, the same fucking way I've been telling you how to be poor this entire time. Right? So I just want to bring up another point that she said that was fucking retarded. I have never been given good advice from a non-poor person when it comes to money. I've only been given great advice from non-poor people when it came to money. And it's because I was listening to what they said and, more importantly, what they didn't say. Somebody who makes $1 million can tell you how to make $1 million.
Sure.
They can tell you how they did it.
Right.
Somebody who lost $1 million can tell you how not to lose $1 million.
Facts.
They can tell you how to make it and how not to lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody who is cool and you see him bringing in $1,000 every week or whatever you think is a lot of money, you ask them where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get this from my grandmother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My grandmother was poor as shit when she was coming up. My grandfather, poor as shit.
Right.
They brought up their children in a lower middle class lifestyle.
Yeah.
I had an upper middle class lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, if I listen to them and how they did it, I can tell you how to do it because
Right.
I've also done it. You know what I'm saying? I've been poor.
Right.
I can tell you how to get bread. So you have to listen to people, and be able to hear what they say and hear what they don't say. You just have to.
Right.
So it is absolutely never impossible to save money. What's impossible is to what it gets down to, the impossibility is who you are.
Mhm.
Like, are you willing to recondition your mind to say, okay, today I saved $5 and that's okay. Like, it's not $5,000, it's $5.
Right.
But let me tell you from experience that $5 turns into, I don't know, 30 grand, and you quit your job and move to another state and just buy a fucking house.
Right.
Like, but try not to make it personal. So, what people don't want to hear that shit.
It's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I understand you're stuck in whatever position you're in, and for no reason they think they know, and they really don't. It's really, this entire article was really written out of ignorance of not knowing how money works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
like, I was taught how credit works, but long before I was 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's this, this, and this. If you do this, this, and this, if you have a balance, you pay that balance off, they will want to give you more money.
Sure.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I have to pay it off? Yes. As long as you pay it off, they will give you more and more money.
Right.
Let's keep it 100. I have the credit score to go out right now and get a Lambo.
Okay.
You feel me?
I
Like,
feel you.
I just go get it. Like, yo,
Right.
here, no money down. All right, cool. I'm out. Talk to you later.
Right.
Like, I got some shit behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you okay, cool.
Right.
So it's easy for me to say that I can show you how to get there because my credit was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay anybody to get my credit correct. I waited. I was like, yo, I'm gonna sit on my credit for 6 years. And I sat on my credit for 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 7 technically.
Yeah.
I sat on my credit for 7, and I was like, all right, so everything's off. Went and applied for a credit card. They were like, oh, you don't have any credit. I was like, I know, right? Crazy. Put your credit. Oh, okay. I see what happened.
Right.
Like, they were like, okay, I see what happened. Okay, so we're gonna start you off with this.
Right.
Good APR because you have, certain job and blah 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 blah. Now let's get it popping. I said, all right, cool. Dog, I was going out getting shit for like $35.
Right.
Like, it would not go over $100 and
Yeah.
then paying that shit off
Right.
end of the month.
And that's the way
Like,
the way it works.
Bang.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yo, we want to give you another one. I was like, another what? Another credit card. I said, okay, what's the balance? Like, what do you want to, what's the balance, cuz?
Yeah.
Oh, I said, oh, word? That's how much you want to give me? Like, you want to give me that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go buy studio equipment. And I was like, nah, don't do that. You're good. You're good.
Right. Right.
Then you take these two things and you start adding them up and you go, all right, so now I got a great credit score. I got 30 grand. I'm going to quit my fucking job that I hate. And I'm going to move to another state and buy a house. But what the fuck do I know?
Right.
Yo, this is a nice ass basement
It is nice.
and a nice ass house. So I'm just saying, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit. I'm out here cool as a motherfucker.
As somebody that doesn't know how to manage I know how to manage my money, but sometimes I'm frivolous. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I've got opportunities that are coming up that demand that I get my credit right, and then
Facts.
I start saving fucking money. Because
Facts.
I won't be able to do anything if I don't have my money right, and I don't have money to be able to put into the thing that I need to put into. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real shit. Oh my god. Yo, somebody posted up. What would you tell your younger self?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
And
saw that.
the shit that I told
Saw
my
that.
younger self was, invest early and often.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And I looked at it. I'm like, yo, I'm good. I'm good now. I can invest. Like, I looked at cryptocurrency last year. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is fuck. I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it. I was like, fuck. I've already missed it. It's done.
Right.
And I saw somebody that I'm cool with invest in cryptocurrency. I was like, and I just wanted to be like, yo, you fucked yourself. And
you can do nothing but fall right now.
I'm saying my friend was so excited that that they were able to invest that I let that slide. I was like, yo, I'm happy for you. Like, cause you want to get into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember when I was in college, right? I mean, like my whole major is business, business management. You know what I'm saying? Finances.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm in a class and it's macro counting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's macro. Excuse me. And the teacher's like, you know, we get the Wall Street Journal, right? And she's like, I want you to track stocks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting back and everybody's like, oh, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this.
Right.
This guy, I was like, yo, I'm going to buy Apple stock. They're like, yo, now this is when Apple was whack.
Right.
So we got 10 grand. You know, that's the number. I was like, I'm going to get Apple stock. Let's get it cracking. And they're like, oh, now I'm getting McDonald's stock. I'm getting stock that costs crazy amounts, but I know it's real stable. I was like, give me that Apple stock for $32.96.
Mm-hmm.
Right about this same time, Apple comes out with, it's not the iPod. They came out with the Mac, the iMac.
Okay.
The with the colorful back.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, like once you buy, you can sell, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
So it comes out. I was like, yo, you guys see the Mac that came out? I was like, nah. I was like, you will when you open the paper. It's only a semester, B. I watched the stock go from 36.75, I believe, something like that. Yeah. And the shit went bloop, 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 bloop. And I was like, yo, what you make on that McDonald's stock? $8? You balling the fuck out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
End of the semester comes and, you know, everybody bought stock. They traded stock. I set on my shit.
Yeah.
She goes, why didn't you buy any other stock? I was like, because no stock is good unless you sit on it for 5 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever stock you buy, you know, not really now, like with cryptocurrencies, like you got to watch, you got to be in and out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fast money. That's fast money.
That's fast
I'm like,
money.
Apple's been here since forever.
Right.
I'm not risking it with Apple. Like, it's stable as fuck.
You're looking at long-term investment with the company like that.
And I'm like, you know, some of you guys made like 30 grand. That's cool as fuck. I made $8 million off of 10 grand.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm out here cool as fuck. How are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't.
Oh yeah, I bought a Honda Accord. I'm cool. I'm doing good.
Like, no, that's nice. Cool. I bought the car. I bought every car in the Fast and the Furious. I bought all them shits. I got Paul Walker, Vin Diesel driving them, like sitting in the parking lot waiting for me coming out. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It was like Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit.
Oh.
It was like Toys R Us. You like that segue?
Oh.
So
that was nice.
People brought up Toys R Us, and they're like, oh, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. I told everybody. I was like, it's a fucking wrap. I was like, go to Toys R Us, buy all the shit you can right now.
Right.
It's done.
Right.
Then they asked for money. It was like 2 days after.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, oh, no, Toys R Us is coming back. They're asking for money. I was like, no, what's happening is Mattel, Play School, Lego. They're like, no, we're not giving you shit for Christmas.
Right.
You owe us money.
Right.
You got to be out of your fucking mind.
Right.
pay what you owe, and then we'll think about giving you shit for Christmas.
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool. You guys are assholes. Like, no, we're not. We kept you and Jeffrey afloat for a long ass time, fam.
For too long.
Right. So they get the money, you know what I'm saying? The judge grants them, cool, here's the money for Christmas. Cool, because they know they will be able to begin paying more on their bankruptcy.
Right.
They will begin to pay debtors back. So let's look at how the financial year happens.
Sure.
Christmas is a high point.
Right.
And we don't count Christmas as the end of the year.
Right.
Because it tapers off in January.
Yeah.
Not in December. Okay. And people don't understand it. So when you talk about the financial year, you discuss events. So let's discuss events. Black Friday. Okay. We know sales are going to be up. Bing, bang, bong. That's old merchandise. Everybody's trying to get rid of this shit.
Right.
Cool. Christmas. You're going to have a couple Christmas sales here and there. Awesome. 26th of December. New shit starts coming out. New Year's sales happen, especially for cars. Why are those cars coming? Why are those real fall and heavy end of winter sales happening? Because they got to get rid of everything on the lot so they can get next year's cars the fuck in.
Right.
It's all real estate.
Yeah.
So January happens. And what happens in January, February every single year? Football playoffs, Super Bowl.
Right.
Guess what happens when these two things happen? People buy TVs. Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, those stock prices triple.
Right.
Real quick, only for a couple of weeks. Bing, bang, bong. So let's talk about toys still. Let's keep in mind Toys R Us. They don't falter. They do really good in December, like they always do. It's a toy store.
Yeah.
Right? So people go, oh, cool. Fuck it. Let's go fucking get some games and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you go get some games and shit. And then January, February, you start watching people go away because now they spent all this money.
Yeah. And they need
February,
to pay off their debts.
March,
right.
February, March, April, May, taxes,
Right.
savings,
Right.
paying off debts,
Right.
and getting ready for summer trips. This is how regular people think.
Right.
Poor people included.
Yes.
They want to do shit.
Yes.
This is the time when you plan for these things.
Correct.
All that happens is all money does is allow you to plan earlier. That's it.
Okay.
So Toys R Us, now people are no longer buying toys. The fuck do you need toys for? You just had Christmas.
Right.
Toys R Us has said, hey, debtors, within the next 9 months, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September,
Mm-hmm.
I will not be able to pay you. What comes after September? October, November, December. Christmas. Those are your months for Christmas. That's when they start ramping up with toys. Well, you're not going to pay me in 9 months? Shut your doors.
Right.
How do you pay people? You stop paying salaries. With that money, you start paying Mattel. You do not want to piss Barbie off. And I'm not talking Nicki Minaj. Like Barbie will fuck you up
Correct.
for a very long time. Ken is an accessory. Like, understand that shit.
Uh-huh.
Barbie is a doll. Ken is an accessory.
Correct.
So now you shut it down. Oh, I don't even have it down here. You shut shit down. Like, oh, matter of fact, check. See this dude?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite fucking guy, right?
Right.
That's called a licensing deal.
Mm-hmm.
You get him from Target. Target was like, nah, we got all that, baby. Give me that. These shits, millions of dollars.
Right.
That is Target says, yo, I will take all of them for millions of dollars.
Right.
I'll give you millions of dollars, right?
Right.
Cool. This dude, yo, I just got a lot of collectibles on the desk. Pete, you see this dude?
Yep.
This is a Toys R Us exclusive.
Okay.
He's not as much as Darth Vader, right?
Right.
Let's keep it 100. But Thundercats has like a 30-year, 32-year legacy going on, right?
Right.
So is he really not as much? All right, I'll tell you what. Give me 50 million for exclusivity. All right, cool. But now you got to talk to PlayStation. You got to talk to Xbox. You got to talk to a bunch of shit.
Right.
And Toys R Us has been having incredible. Yo. My fault. Yeah. All right,
Pull
you
it
saw.
together,
All right.
B.
Yo, I just looked up and saw that shit. Yo, so Jay-Z is king.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Therese.
I mean, technically.
Therese in the chat. Wow.
So Toys R Us, like I went, got a bike, got some toys, whatever. We go to Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying? I'm retired over here.
Mhm.
So every time I would walk into Toys R Us, every time I walk into Toys R Us, there's another sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Forever.
They have Disney Playmation, which is like you get Iron Man's hand. You go beep, 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 and shoot
Right.
the fucking shit. All right, cool.
Right.
So I had that shit. And everywhere else it's like $50 for the whole set.
Right.
And I'm like, cool. I walked in, it was $19.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yo, let me get two of these. Bang, bang, bang. And they were selling the figures for like buy one, get two free.
Right.
I was like, what the?
Right.
Give me all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo.
So
I'm watching that. I was like, yo, this shit is about to shut the fuck down.
Oh yeah, I went in to Toys R Us today after work just to see what was popping.
Yeah, I knew you were going.
I had to go. I had to go
knew you were
because
going.
I got a collection of pop characters and
Fucking trash.
Yeah, they fucking dope. B. Yo, I gotta
get on 'em.
I just got that Kurt Cobain with the white glasses. It's exclusive for Funko. You got to get it online. Doug, it's selling for $50 right now. I'm just saying. I came up. It cost me $15.
Dog. Do it.
I got the Voltron 1984 full set sitting right behind me right now. In the in the boxes.
Nuh-uh.
For real.
Dead ass.
It's dead ass. It's worth. Some people are selling it like $200. It cost me like just over $100.
Yo, here's what's funny. I'm gonna tell you this one thing.
Tell
like
me.
real shit.
Tell me.
I was just on Amazon looking up.
Were you really?
Yeah, dead ass.
Man, you need to go in Toys R Us, dog. Like, so
Like,
I
that
don't
was
know when. I don't know when the sales are gonna start happening. Like, I walked in there today and hella shit was on sale, but none of the shit that I really wanted was on sale yet. I guess on their website they've updated, so at some point it's gonna hit. I don't know when they're gonna close down, but at some point it's gonna hit. And if you're into collectibles,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna be in there doing their thing.
Like, I want to show you something.
All right,
Because it's on the desk.
all right.
You see who this is?
Yes, sir.
You see who it is, right?
I see it's going.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see the AMC, right?
AMC. Yep.
Okay. So I'm just telling you. Todd McFarlane.
Is that a McFarlane toy?
That is a McFarlane toy.
That's what's up. That's what's
AMC. He has the gun. He has the knife.
up. Man.
So what do we know? Walking Dead is about to be done.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Walking Dead got either this season or next.
Oh, you think they're gonna shut it down?
Yeah, I think they're gonna shut it down. It's kind of close.
Okay. All right.
Carl
He has not finished. He has not finished the books yet. Correct?
No, he has not.
He's still writing those books.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think it's just a fact of, like, I'm really trying not to give it away. As of now, they're so far away from the comic book that it may, or like it's kind of like
Yeah.
Deny is unarguably a movie star at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? After
yeah.
Black Panther. And I don't see her stopping. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
in The Walking Dead, she has shown a very incredible range as an actress.
Sure.
Black Panther put her on the big screen and said, "Oh shit, she could be on the big screen."
Yes.
So let's just talk. George Clooney never went back. Jennifer Aniston never went back. Um, any black actor that left TV never went back. Like
Right.
Jamie Foxx never went back.
No,
You know what I'm
it's true.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like once you're gone off the small screen, you're
Right.
gone.
Yeah. The,
I'm saying you can't go back home. So
think of the on the screen as
they
far
either
as
got to
like
kill her off or
the big screen is like the major leagues, right? That's where you want. That's where any actor
Yeah.
wants to be. You want to be making 20-30 million dollars a movie. That's any actor.
Right.
That's what you want to do. Being on the small screen, that's like it's not the minor league, but it's kind of like the step down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it really depends. In all honesty, it really depends. Seinfeld, quite happy doing TV, very happy doing small screen. He was about that life. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
But what big screen did he do?
he was.
I mean, like
no. I'm saying he was.
Oh,
Small
yeah,
screen.
yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't want the big screen. He didn't need
Right,
it.
he was
didn't need
private.
it. How much was he making per episode? Ridiculous amount of
like
money.
50 million.
Something like that.
Yeah,
So,
something.
you know what I'm saying? But most people want to be in the movies. They want to be making movies. They want to be starring in movies. They want to be making big money, you know? So,
Facts.
you know, that's where all that goes.
And she has it, man. Like I can't.
She's got it, then she's got,
Got
it.
it,
you know?
dude.
Yeah.
Like so.
TV never lasts forever.
You know who
That's-
else? Who else?
You know?
Negan. My God, man. I forgot the dude. I forget the actor's name, but he's an amazing actor
He's
already.
an
you know what I'm saying?
amazing actor. Amazing.
Like-
I love that guy.
I'm like,
Love
yo,
that guy.
like last season you were like you're still great, but you need to go back. Like, dog, you
Right.
need to get movies. Like, get out of here.
Right.
You know. So that whole cast
but
is
he
like
does
that.
both. Like he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't need to. He'll go back and forth. That guy's so talented that he can do a starring role, or he could do something else. He can do whatever he
Yeah,
wants. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like RDJ. Like, look at Robert Downey Jr. Right?
Sure.
And I'm only gonna call.
And his name is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's the actor's name. I had to look it up because I fucking love
Yes,
that guy.
thank you. Fuck. All right. Have you ever seen Marshalls? It was the sequel to The Fugitive.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Tommy Lee
Okay.
Jones. Mhm.
So yes, Robert Downey Jr. is in that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? A bit part. I mean, not really a bit part, but he wasn't the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he basically takes this role to prove that he can still act.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So let's make a quick jump
Right.
from that to Tropic Thunder. Right?
Right.
And Tropic Thunder was like, yo, I'm going to show you that I can play characters and any fucking character.
Right.
Like, that was great. He's playing an Australian dude that is a method actor that puts on blackface.
Right.
That
Right.
you know, is a black dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And then you jump from Tropic Thunder to what?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Right.
And he took a cut on Iron Man.
So-
he was like, y'all go down just to have this
So with
highest paid actor.
with him in particular, he had to take the lesser roles because he
was wilding the fuck out.
Scarred his name so badly in the entertainment business that nobody wanted to touch him.
Facts.
Nobody wanted to touch him because of his addiction, and it was bad. He was a
Oh,
big
yeah,
star. He was a
absolutely.
big. At one point in time, before all this happened, he was a huge star.
He was the guy.
He is one of the most talented actors that I've ever seen in my life. Not just Iron Man, Avengers, none of that, right? Go to Tropic Thunder. And if you've ever seen that movie, you haven't seen it the way that you need to see it. Go buy a copy of the Blu-ray. Go in there and watch the special edition, the special cuts, and watch like the blooper section, okay? There's a whole area in the blooper section where he says, where it's him and Ben Stiller, and they're side by side, right? And they're going back and forth doing their thing, right? And they keep laughing. Like they'll be like, "What do you mean? Oh, yep. What do you?" Blah, blah, blah. They go back and forth, and they keep fucking up and keep laughing. They ruin the scene over and over and over and over again. Not once does the director ever yell cut. They go Both of them. I've never seen. I never realized how talented Ben Stiller was until I watched this too. Is they'll be laughing. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Bam! Right back in character. Right back in scene.
Yeah.
Do it. Start laughing again. Like it's so funny that they can't handle it. Like that movie must have been a fucking joy to make. That
Oh, absolutely.
You call that movie what it is. It's not great, but there are scenes in there
great.
that are fucking hilarious. But the special scenes, like the bloopers, is the best part of that movie, hands down. That scene in general, dog, fucking had me dying. I can't remember the dialogue that went with that one scene, but it was the two of them on screen at the same time, going back and forth and arguing with each other, and it was just fucking hilarious.
Like that's one of my it's just one of my favorite movies, and it's because of like the entire cast was great.
It's amazing.
Brandon was great in that, you know what I'm saying? Especially the scene where he, at the very end, like it's towards the end, and they're sitting by the campfire, and he's talking about who they wanted to date in Hollywood.
Right.
And he goes, yeah, and it's Lance. And he was like, what the fuck did I hear you say? Lance. And he's like, nah, I said Nance. And I was like, yo, that was fucking wild. And then at the end of the movie, he's sitting, you know what I'm saying, at the Oscars or whatever the thing is,
right,
with Lance Bass. I was like, mother. I was like, oh my God.
That movie's so fucking funny, man.
I was like,
So
like you go
funny.
from, like it just touches on so many topics.
Yo,
and I'm like, he had a whole
producer.
song about the, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All about the pussy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Al Pacino, get that pussy patrol. Like, like that. That's
oh my god!
Great movie.
Hella want to
great
watch
movie.
that movie again.
We gotta fucking talk movies all next week.
No doubt. I'm definitely down. I think we should wrap this up. We've been on a run. I wanted to mention that our dear friend of the podcast, Tavia, I'm gonna say her name right before she kills me, Tavia has probably gone into having her medical procedure, and I hope that everything is going good with that. We love you, and we hope to hear from you soon, and I hope everything is going good with you.
Facts.
So hopefully you're back on the podcast soon, and healthy, and everything's going well, and we look forward to hearing from you, girl. We miss you. So and that's about the size of it. Is there anything else you want to add in, May?
Yeah, tip your waitress and protect your edges.
And go listen to that Prime 2. It's out now.
Oh shit, yo.
It's out now. Go get that shit.
Yo, just shut it off, man. I'm doing my thing.
This fool's downloading it already. All right,
yo, right now.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for listening and thanks for hanging out. I appreciate we appreciate you. We love you.
So
Good night.